Hey guys, back again. So I'm going to kind of pick up a little bit where I left off. So my screen is set up the same sort of way. I want to do one more example here because going through a couple of these examples is never going to hurt anyone anyway. So another example I want to do is I want to make another project, and we're going to call this one tree. So this is still a Unit 1 project. So that's all good. Tree. I'm going to create my main class, and I'm also going to set this as my main project, just so I can debug just by clicking on that simple button in the one spot there. I want to say finish. Now you'll notice over here, I'm just going to minimize the other two. That tree is my main folder or project. So in this particular case, I'm going to make something that looks like a tree. So the way I can do that is still going to be using the system println. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 x 1, 2, 3, 4. This is kind of a low-tech way of doing it too, guys. One, 2, 3, x, 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 1, 2, 3. So we'll do it again. 1, 2, x, 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 1, 2. Almost there. Now, it's really important that you keep an eye on when you see these little things happen. So see this red line, this little marker? That's telling you that something's not quite right. And if you highlight over it, it'll tell you what it is. So right now it's expecting a semicolon at the end. Now, I'm not quite ready for it yet, so I'm not too concerned. But when I get to the end here, I know that I need to add that semicolon for that to go away. Once that goes away, I know I'm pretty good. Now, I think that's the right spot there. Okay, so what I'm looking for here is I'm just looking for this particular pattern to get repeated down here. So when I go to play this, sure enough, I might scroll for it, but you can see that I do indeed have my tree shape appear there. So if I give myself a little bit more room, it should all display in one spot for me. So now, main reason I did that, other than to just go through the process again, I wanted to show you a couple of other little bits of what's going on. So you'll see over in your tree that you'll have source packages, tree, Java, and this is where we get to this package bit. So I'm going to play around with this now in 1 second, but before I do anything, I want to bring up my folder. So the spot where this lands in your system is going to be in your My Documents. You'll see Netbeans projects. If you go into there, now where I made that Unit 1 folder, that puts all that Unit 1 stuff into this Unit 1 part. So if I drill into here, you'll see I have a name, address, and a tree. They're the 3 ones that I've made so far. So if I drill into tree, you'll see there's a build, a Netbeans project file, a build, and a manifest file. Everything but the source file here is kind of used to kind of put stuff together for us, and our final build executable, so to speak, our bytecode, our class files, really, they all land inside here. So the tree.class file is there. That's the bytecode for printing out that tree we just made. And what I mean by bytecode is that's your Java program, after being turned into a I'm doing air quotes now, a Java executable. It doesn't directly execute on your local machine. It executes on your Java runtime environment or your Java virtual machine, which means that any system that supports Java, that one piece of code will run on exactly like that. Now, in the source folder, you'll see I have a tree file and then my tree.java file. Now, just watch what happens when I'm just going to comment this line out here. So when I comment that line out, I'm going to get an error. My error tells me that my package is not set properly, and if I want to get a hint as to how to fix it, I hit Alt and Enter. So I'll do that. And, so Alt, Enter. There we go. So I can either move the class to the correct folder, or I can change my package declaration to tree. So in other words, I can either add it back, or I can change my folder. I'm just going to change the folder for right now. So by doing that, you'll notice over here that my tree folder got a little bit different. It kind of went gray on me. When I go to run this, it's going to run the exact same. But what it has done is my tree folder that I was in is now empty, and my tree.java file got moved back into just my regular source directory. It's probably easier for you to run with the defaults for Netbeans, which would be to leave this file set up as the package thing. And again, I'll have to do my Alt Enter, move my class to the correct folder. You'll notice that my tree is no longer gray, and I don't have default folder thing appearing. So, and when I come back over here, you'll see that the file's not in this folder anymore. But if I drill into it, it's now back into the tree folder, just like it was before. And if I run it, my system's still happy. So that just to give you guys a quick once over and how to kind of create your very first programs using NetBeans. So anything that you're doing from the book, just kind of step your way through it. If you happen to have source code to put in spots, what I would do if I were you right now for sure is I would start my application just like you saw me do here, and then I just cut and paste from one document and start to drop stuff into this particular section here. So anyhow, that's just to get you guys kind of moving forward, and I'll have some more programs coming up soon that do a few more interesting things than what these ones did. These are pretty much just getting your first program running kind of programs. So, alright, I will talk to you guys later. Bye again.